Hey there, Matthew here. So I have the new Galaxy Watch 5 Pro here. Samsung announced this along with the Watch 5 over at Samsung Unpacked several weeks ago. And so I was really excited about this. I debated whether or not I wanted to get this or the Watch 5, but I felt that the Watch 5 is a slight incremental upgrade from the Watch 4 that is not worth it. And this is to replace the Watch 4 Classic, which I have right here. So we're going to kind of go over this real quick, then do a quick unboxing and just first impressions of this. So stay tuned. Okay, so here is the Samsung Watch 5 Pro packaging. This comes in at a retail price of $449 starting off, which I know is pretty expensive for a watch, a smartwatch. However, this is a 45mm smartwatch, which versus some other competitors which have a 40mm, 42mm, stuff like that. This only comes in the 45mm watch size, so if you have small wrists or you don't like large watches, stray away from this. Maybe go for something like the Samsung Galaxy Watch 5, which has a 40mm and a 44mm. So you can still get that large size if you want that 44, but you also have that 40mm watch size with the Watch 5. This retails again for $449 for the Bluetooth only version. If you want the Bluetooth Plus cellular version, LTE version, it is $499, which again, very expensive, but hopefully this means that this is a premium product. It does have a brand new watch strap or buckle strap design, so that will be cool to at least test out and see how this is. Other than that, this is more of a, I guess, a fitness focused watch when it comes to just the rugged ability of this, being able to withstand a beating from this watch, stuff like that. It doesn't have the rotating bezel anymore, which is kind of sad in my opinion. I really enjoyed the rotating bezel of the Watch 4 Classic and just the Galaxy Watch lineup that they had, the Classic, the Watch, and then also the Frontier and all that. But they got rid of that for I guess a digital bezel, but hopefully with the new, I guess, raised edge of the bezel, it makes it easier to navigate with that digital rotating bezel. This does come in two different colors. I have the gray titanium version here. However, there is also a black titanium version. I've been going with the black version of the Watch 4, the Watch, the other Samsung Galaxy watches that they had, Wear 3, Watch Wear 3, whatever they called it. So I decided to go with something other than black this time, and I've got to say, just from the box, it looks pretty cool. This is supposed to be able to track all kinds of features and functions, such as your heart rate like normal. It has GPS built in. It even has a function where when you are running, let's say you get lost, it has a GPS trackback system where you can actually have it take you back to where you started and navigate you back to where you started, which is pretty cool. Maybe I'll try that later, but other than that, it has all the normal functions: SpO2, heart rate monitoring, ECG, EKG, all that built into this watch. So let's go ahead and just quickly unbox this and do a first impressions of this. Stay tuned. Okay, so here is the box of the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro here. As you can see, you have the actual picture of the Watch 5 Pro, and then other than that, you don't really have anything else here on the box other than saying Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, GPS, and it kind of gives you a diagram of the size of the watch and the wrist strap here. I do have a smaller wrist, as you can see, and this is a 42mm, so I'm kind of curious how this will fit on my wrist. I did at one point have the Galaxy Watch, which was a 46mm, so this should be a little bit smaller than that. But let's quickly just cut that and cut this right here at the bottom, move that to the side, and we will open up the watch here, and the first thing you see is the watch itself. It looks very, very beautiful, and this is that new magnetic watch strap design that they do have with this watch. And then in the underside of the top lid of the box, you do have another smaller box here. So I will open this up, and on here you do have some paperwork, and then on the other side, I believe this is where you do get your charging puck. Yes, you do have your charging puck here. It is USB-C to the charging adapter right here, and this is supposed to be an updated version of the charging puck, so this should have a faster charging time, so be aware of that. I believe you can still charge this watch with the old charging puck, but you do have a new one if you want that faster charging, so you do get that as well. And other than that, that's it for this. Nothing else, no charging brick, and you do get the quick start guide right here, so you do get to know your watch, and they do a general like Watch 5, Watch 5 Pro, stuff like that. And there is probably a Watch 5 Pro plugin or Watch 5 plugin, so you will have to download that through the Android store or the iOS store as well. And then other than that, you have nothing else. It just kind of tells you the buttons. So I'm going to take this out right here, and here is the Watch 5 itself. Let me just undo this, and there we go. And so here's the Watch 5 itself. It is a beautiful piece of timekeeping. It looks really, really nice, and it does give you that classic look without actually being classic. So that's pretty cool too. This buckle here, if you just go through the strap here, I believe it should latch in place, and then you just kind of clip that like that, and there it goes. And that's how you would adjust that size. If you need to adjust it, is right here on the back of the buckle. Just pull that up, and you can adjust the size however you want. So there's that. I'm going to take this one off right here. And here's this, and let me just quickly turn this on, possibly. There you go, and there you go, it is booting up. And on your phone, you do have a Galaxy Wear app. It's right here, and as you can see, I am already connected to my Galaxy Watch 4 Classic, but we will actually connect this to a new device. So once this loads up, I will connect this to the Galaxy Watch 5 Pro. But my first impressions is I like this color. It looks more, I guess, classic than probably the black titanium version. But the sensor right here is supposed to be a little bit larger than the sensor of the Galaxy Watch 4. But I'm not sure, maybe slightly bigger, not a whole lot bigger, so there is that. And so now we do have welcome, so I'm going to swipe up here, and now it's going to tell me to start the Wear OS app, and I'm going to do add new device here. And right here you do get the Galaxy Watch Pro. It doesn't say 5 Pro, but it does say Pro, so I'm going to click that. And there you go. So I'm going to go connect and pair. And I'm going to click pair. And now it is going to pair to this watch. And there, just like that, you do get all of this. And I'm going to continue. Allow. Hopefully this doesn't take too long, but we will see. Okay. So now you got to get, like I said, the Watch 5 Manager. And so now I will go back to the actual watch app itself. And now I will go ahead and sign in. Let me sign in real quick. Okay, so now it is taking it some time to get used to the to download and get the watch ready. But before that, right here, as you can see, I don't know if you can see that, but there is a little raised edge there, and it does make it easier to kind of run your finger across. And when you do run your finger over the raised bezel, then it does make it easier to, I guess, use that digital bezel. But I'm going to put this on my wrist real quick. So let me just install this strap here. And this strap is magnetic. So right here where the clasp is, it just kind of snaps into place. So that's pretty cool. It just snaps into place. It's magnetic. So I'm gonna put this on. Let's see here. And so this is the watch itself. It is pretty big on my wrist. I do prefer watch straps that are not as big, I guess, and I do prefer watches that are not as big as well, but maybe I can get used to this watch. Right there, I do have it pretty snug on my wrist. I have heard where people kind of complain that it is almost too snug and it leaves marks on their wrists whenever they take it off, but we will see how that fits on my wrist right there over a period of time. So now it looks like this is almost ready for setting up everything. So while it does that, I just want to take a quick moment to kind of check out the size difference of a 42mm watch, the Galaxy Watch 4 Classic, and the 45mm Galaxy Watch 5 Pro here. This is just the size of it. I think that overall the size is a decent size. I wish they made this in like a 43 or a 44, but I mean, I don't mind the larger watch size, but I know some people will. Other than that, if you can see here, I do have a rotating bezel here on this side, and then on here there is none. It's a digital. You do get 2 buttons right here on the side of the watch, the right side, and you do get these buttons here, and hopefully this will kind of go over the tutorials. So as you can see, take a tour of the watch. So let me just take this off and I will do the tour, I guess, up on the thing itself. So start here, so I'll do start, and then you press down to pull the settings, the quick settings and all that, quick tiles. Go back up to move the tiles back, pull up to get to your app drawer, pull down to get back to your watch face, to the side to get to your notifications right there, and then you can tap that, and there's all that. So now you can just swipe back, there you go, and now you're back to your watch faces, and then you do have your tiles here. And all this will run through the watch itself. So when you do have this watch, it will just show you and prompt you how to use this watch. But we're gonna press this, and there you go. And this button, these buttons are programmable, so that's pretty cool as well. So you can program one for a certain app, or you do have the back button that will take you back to the home to your watch face. So. And then here's this, and so now there is that orange dot that tells me that I do have a notification. So yeah, just like that, it is there. You do have a little speaker hole here for your microphone, and then on the other side you have holes here for speakers, so you can actually take calls with this watch as well. And then other than that, it is a nice watch itself. Smooth on the side here. It is kind of a chunky watch, but overall I don't think when you're wearing it you will actually feel how chunky it is unless you're actually paying too much attention to it. So and just like that, well, I actually put it on backwards because there you go. There we go. And just like that, there is the watch itself. So I'm going to change this to always on display, so in that way I do have it always on. There are just some things that I would rather have on, and changing the settings a little bit with this and with the watch instead of just having it as the stock. But everybody can change it however you want, but that's just for me and how I prefer to have my watch settings on. So other than that, there is the watch app itself that you can use for this. So that is just a quick unboxing and first impressions of this watch, and I guess the setup of this watch. I'm really excited to test this watch out. It looks pretty good and it feels like pretty good, honestly. I do like this strap itself. Feels really nice. It's not too bad. I am curious how it will feel over time, but we will test that out and see. But overall, I am very excited for this, and you can get all kinds of different watch faces. As you can see, I can use that digital bezel to go through, and right here I just run my finger over the edge of the raised part and it will go ahead and use that as a digital portion, which is easier than the Watch 5 and the Watch 4, I guess the sporty version of those. So this is the Watch 5 Pro. It comes in at $449 for the Bluetooth only version. You can get it in a Bluetooth plus LTE version for $499. And both the gray titanium and the black titanium. This is the gray titanium. I'm waiting for the Pixel watch to come out, but until then I do have this watch here. So thank you guys for watching. This has been my Galaxy Watch 5 Pro unboxing, setup, and first impressions. I can't wait to use this watch as my daily watch. So if you like this video, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. Hit that bell icon to be notified when I post another video. Until then, everyone, stay safe. Peace.